Thank you for signing up to be an interest group leader at this year's Garage-a-Palooza. For those of you who are unable to attend our first interest group meeting, I wanted to go over a few details with you that we talked about at that meeting. Attached to this email, you should also have a copy of the agenda that we went over at that meeting. If you could follow along, that would help you understand what we're talking about. One of the first things we wanted to make sure that everybody involved with Garage-a-Palooza understood is our purpose statement. Our purpose statement is simple and it goes along with the mission of our church. Garage-a-Palooza is a one-week activity camp designed to help kids learn to love God and love people with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength. Those are also going to be our daily themes this year. We're going to talk about on Monday through Thursday night how we can learn to love God and love people with our heart, soul, mind, and strength. During the kickoff on Sunday night, each interest group leader is going to get up and explain what the kids will be doing in their group. We want this to be a very interesting and exciting time for the kids to hear about why your interest group is the group that they should want to be involved in. One major change that we're making over last year, after getting evaluations and feedback from people, is that we're going to offer 2 interest groups instead of just one for the kids to participate in each night. If you remember from last year, we had 2 30-minute sessions every night, but they were in the same group for the first 30-minute session, and then they came to the snack and story, and they returned to that group for 30 more minutes. This year, what we're going to do is the first 30-minute session will be them involved in one interest group, and the second 30-minute session will be a separate interest group. So that means as an interest group leader, you're going to be having 2 groups of kids coming to your area each night. For the kickoff, what we will do is after all the groups have explained what the kids will be doing, we will have all the kids get up and sign up for what they would like to be involved in for their Session A group. Then they'll come back together and they're going to meet their small group leaders for their Session A group. After they've been introduced to the other kids in their group as well as their small group leader, then we will have the kids stand up again and go sign up for their Session B group. During this time, the interest group leaders will need to be standing at a designated area so that the kids will know who to go see if they want to sign up for a group. The majority of our registration will be taken care of then on Sunday night. Our interest group leaders all have the option of limiting their group by size and age. So on Sunday night, we may have some groups that are full. When we have new kids come to register on Monday nights, we'll do our best to accommodate them when possible, but we'll have to redirect some of them to some of our groups that can accommodate a larger size than the others. Our Monday through Thursday schedule will be a little bit longer than our Sunday night. We'll begin at 6 and we'll end at 8:30. As we said before, the kids will come at the beginning and they'll be part of the opening where we'll introduce the theme for the night as well as do some high energy songs and games. Then we will divide the kids to leave for their first session group. Now remember, for every 5 kids that sign up for an interest group, they will be assigned 1 adult small group leader. When the kids arrive and they go to that opening, they are going to be sitting with their small group leader. They should know who their small group leader is because they will have met them at the registration event on Sunday night. They will go with that small group leader to their Session A group. When our first 30-minute session is over, they will return back to the auditorium where they will hear a Bible story as well as have a snack. Once the snack time is over, we will have the kids in the sanctuary switch and find their second session small group leader. Once they've found their second session small group leader, then they will be dismissed to their second session interest group. Their interest group will not begin immediately because in their interest group area, they are going to have a small group discussion with their small group leader about the Bible story they just heard. As an interest group leader, you're welcome to sit in during that time, or you can just observe. As soon as they are finished with their small group discussion, then Session B will begin. Once Session B is over, the kids will come back to the sanctuary for a short closing time where we'll wrap up the events of the day and send them off with some more high energy songs. Friday night, we have also decided to have a shortened closing. It will be from 6 to 7:30. We will have all of the parents invited to come and find out what their kids did that week. Our interest groups that lend themselves to having a performance-based group are going to be able to perform that evening. For instance, our dance group will be working on Monday through Thursday on a dance that they will perform for everyone on Friday. Our martial arts group will also be working on a performance. Our other group that will be working on something for Friday night is our filmmaking group. They're going to be making a garage-a-palooza documentary during the week. So I'm sure you'll see them coming around to take some video. We will watch a video of what all the groups did thanks to the filmmaking group's hard work. Once that's over, we will serve refreshments to the parents, and then we'd like to have a time where if the kids want to introduce their parents or guardian to the people who were their small group leaders or interest group leaders, we'll have a mingling time where the kids can walk around, show their parents the building, and hopefully make some good positive connections. Interest group leader responsibilities. This is probably what you're most interested in knowing. These are the things that we specifically need you to have done. We would like you by our next meeting, which is May 17th, to have these things in the works. One thing that we want you to do is to prepare a 1 to 2 minute introduction for that Sunday night kickoff. We want this to be something that really grabs the kids' attention, and we're almost going to compete as interest group leaders as you get up and tell kids about your group and get the kids convinced that your group is the one that they want to be involved in. We also want you, for lack of a better term, to prepare a 30-minute lesson plan for what your group is going to be doing every night. This is nothing to be stressed out about. It doesn't have to be overly detailed. It's just going to give us an idea so that as the lead team or people who are involved in Garage-a-Palooza, we will be able to answer questions of kids or parents who say, now what exactly are we going to be doing? It'll give us some information that we can pass along to let the kids know what we're doing. As you work on your lesson plans, one thing that we want to incorporate into Garage-a-Palooza in a more intentional way this year is the idea that we have a service aspect to each group. Some of the groups lend themselves more easily to these than others. For instance, we would like our knitting group to think about a way that they could take their knitting group and use it as a service project. Instead of maybe just knitting a scarf that they'll keep for themselves, we might have them work on making a baby blanket that they'll then donate to the infant ward at the hospital. If you are stumped on a way to incorporate service into your group, please contact us and we will help you come up with creative ideas for that. But as you're thinking about how to plan for those nightly lessons, think of a way that you might be able to get the kids to see that these things that God has gifted them with are a way to also bless others. One of the other things that we would like our outdoor groups to do, which will be our softball group, our horse group, and our fishing group, is to come up with at least one contingency indoor lesson plan. In case of severe weather or any inclement weather, we have a contingency plan to move our outdoor groups inside the building. While they're indoors, we want to make sure that the leaders are prepared to know what to do with them. In the event that the week of Garage-a-Palooza, we have a doomsday forecast that says it's going to rain every single night of Garage-a-Palooza, we will take that information at that time and determine whether we might need to cancel a group, and then we would just have less choices for the kids. But we're hoping for a good week with great weather, and if in the event that we have bad weather, we're hoping it's limited to at least just a night or two. We would like you to have a list of any supplies that you need us to help you gather submitted by our next meeting on May 17th. We would like for each interest group to do their best to find and round up the supplies on their own. We do have a budget for each interest group of $50. Now, some of our groups won't need any money. So if you find that you need more than $50 for your interest group, just let us know. And then we will adjust the budget accordingly because we'll know which groups don't need additional money and which groups do. If every group, though, needs to exceed our $50 limit, then we're going to end up in some trouble. So just let us know if you feel like it's more than $50, and if there's anything you need us to help you find or you would like published in the bulletin or newsletter, please come to us by May 17th with that list. Some of the last things that we have on here are logistics. If you are interested in knowing where your room is going to be, then I have included the list of room assignments and other logistical information in the attached email. Please refer to that for the rest of your information. Once again, I want to thank you for helping make Garage-a-Palooza a success, and we look forward to seeing you at our next informational meeting on May 17th. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to come and ask me or email me or anyone else on the lead team. The lead team this year is made up of 5 people: myself, Adam Lanter, Karen Brewer, Nikki Harris, and Emily Shelton. All 5 of us are here to answer your questions. So if you feel like you need more information, please don't hesitate to contact any of us. And once again, we thank you for all of your time.